CREATE gives us the opportunity to do some interdisciplinary research, to do some really fundamental empirical work, and also to start to pose new questions that are going to move the field on.
CREATE for me is about interdisciplinarity. It's about bringing together people from law, business, technology, psychology, economics, cultural studies to try to solve the problems and make a better future for the UK creative industries.
We work with businesses in the creative industries who are dealing with the disruption to their value chains caused by the advent of digital technology. In that context, CREATE is an extraordinarily important project which will help guide the future for those businesses and for the creative economy as a whole, and we're very pleased to partner with it.
For many years, Nesta has felt that there's a need for more academic research on copyright that helps businesses solve their problems and informs policymakers as they legislate for copyright. We're hoping in a few years' time, when we look back, that we'll see a new body of evidence that's robust to the technological change that characterises the environments that businesses work within, and that we have more robust and resilient policy processes which are more adaptive to technological developments.
We're very excited about what CREATE may be able to do in terms of fermenting new ideas and developing new thinking around the themes of intellectual property and copyright, so particularly in the context of the creative industries, but potentially more broadly as well. And we think that combining the kinds of new ideas and new thinking that can come from CREATE with practical projects in the field is something that is really potentially very valuable and unprecedented, in fact.
The real benefit of CREATE and the real key objective is to build a trust between policymakers, academics and the industry. This will allow collaborative research that will actually have a real impact on the creative industries and give us a real understanding of what's going on in the economy.
I expect CREATE to be able to produce independent evidence about what creators, society, producers and publishers all need from the copyright and intellectual property system, so that government is able to make an independent view about where policy should go in the future.
CREATE presents us with an opportunity for scholars, creators and others to get together and to talk about the big issues affecting the creative industries. Over the last few years, when we talk about the law or the regulation of these sectors, the debates can sometimes be bitter, but they're often very passionate. This is a chance to slow down, to talk to one another and hopefully to make a real impact.
I'm delighted to join CREATE because it gives us a chance to work closely with lawyers, but also with computer scientists and others interested in the challenges facing the creative industries, in how, for example, technological changes in business model and changes in user responses shape the unfolding new creative cultural services.
CREATE means a great opportunity for everyone working in the copyright field to come together from various disciplines and do something together. In practical terms, first of all, analyze policy developments that are taking place. There's lots of things happening. It's nice to underbuild that from various disciplines, analyze the developments, and try to influence these policy developments.
I think the main value of the CREATE project will be to raise awareness across the fashion community at as many levels as possible about the importance of IP and copyright, with a view to finding better ways of protecting the incredible talent that we train here in the UK.
My project is on the open academic publishing. The relationship with CREATE is that open publishing involves copyright. This involves also regulation. What are we going to do about open publishing and new business models? But also enterprise, because there are plenty of publishers out there who want entrepreneurs who want to publish. And technology is another component, because open publishing can also, of course, use technology like ebooks.
The project gives us some windows to understand the informal aspect of the creative industry, and an opportunity that we can bring that creative resource closer to commercial exploitation.
I'm the principal investigator on a project that has sought to look at competing discourses around copyright, those coming from industry, those communicated through policy, and crucially, those that are circulated amongst users. My research team shares with CREATE the goal of ensuring that there is a strong base of evidence and interested empirical research that can be used as the basis for good democratic policymaking.
From the international academic perspective, CREATE is particularly exciting initiative, a truly innovative consortium which seeks to gather together as many resources as can be in the UK, focusing on the sort of empirical research which Martin and his colleagues have been famous for years. Certainly in the United States, we're eagerly awaiting the results of the research and the results of the collaboration, and I hope to be along for the ride as long as possible. And it's, I think, quite clear that what CREATE is going to produce will have very strong international implications.
What I think academics can do for us is objectively look at and plot the path from the analog age, which is fast disappearing, to the digital age, which is now around us. The digital age, which is borderless, which does not understand the old distinctions. And you academics can find the evidence and find the understanding to allow us to make, for example, copyright licensing in the digital age fit for purpose.
I'm looking to CREATE to bring us the high quality evidence that policymakers need to make good judgments, that businesses need to find their way to new opportunities, and which taken together will strengthen the UK creative economy. That's what we really need from CREATE.
CREATE is about the creator and a society in which creativity can flourish. Copyright law was devised as an invention to regulate cultural markets for that purpose. And it is a powerful tool. It is a right to say no, to prevent reproductions, communications to the public, and adaptations. In the digital environment, the usefulness of this tool has been challenged by a technology which enables copying at every stage of production and consumption. CREATE will provide much needed expertise in this contested arena.